Good morning.
Welcome back to WAM. We're super excited today. We have not ingested our caffeine yet.
I cheated a little bit.
You did?
I had some cold brew.
You did?
I needed a shot.
Damn it. I thought we were... Okay, well, never mind. Anyways, I haven't had my caffeine this morning, but I am about to ingest some right here. We did start brewing our own... No, roasting our own coffee. We've brewed our own coffee forever.
Yeah, right.
But we did brew our own coffee, and I'm super excited because we have 3 different regions that we got some green beans from, and now we are going to try them out. I personally am excited for this first cup.
All right.
Okay, this is a blonde.
This is probably our lightest roast that we've tried.
It smells like berries.
It's an Ethiopian. What do you think?
Wow.
Yeah?
Really good.
Like it?
Definitely has like a
Oh,
blueberry taste.
Yeah, it has like a blueberry smell to it.
Has like a blueberry taste, and it's not very bitter.
Oh, we waited so long. It's cold.
Yeah. It's like fruity.
Ooh, yeah. It's super fruity.
And almost florally. Wow. Okay, Ethiopia. Nailed it with the beans here. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm into that one.
Why don't you kill that off? Because
Has a bunch of dregs at the bottom that I don't want to drink.
oh, well then I'll.
Next, we have a...
This one's closer to a medium, but probably still considered a blonde. It's a Sumotra.
This is spicy. This smells spicy to me.
Smells spicy to you.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if I get the spiciness.
Holy shit. That's a tongue kicker. I'd call that one.
Oh, yeah.
Has a lot of flavor in the middle of
We're
your
going to
tongue.
do this a lot right into the microphone.
You're welcome for the ASMR. That's what we're doing now. I could talk. Let me get some more caffeine. Okay, hold on.
That's what we're due.
That's what we do. What? I don't know if I like this one, to be honest.
I don't think I like that one. I like the first one.
So what we were supposed to do
I
is...
liked the Ethiopian.
Yeah, I really love the Ethiopian.
Compared to this.
Now, there is, however, we can blend these together. What I was reading was the reason people blend coffee versus single origin, which I think I might be a single origin girl, but they blend coffee to get the notes
So
right. So if there's like a little spice in that, just a tiny bit, not too much.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And then let's try this one. What are your notes on this is our Brazilian?
It's the Brazilian. So this one is like a full medium roast. We didn't go dark roast with any of these, but because neither of us are dark roast fans.
This tastes like your parents would love that.
That tastes like a dark roast. It's very bitter. The Sumatra, this middle one. This next one, the Brazilian.
It's supposed to be mellow.
It's very, very mellow smelling. That's nice.
Getting any notes out of it? What are you smelling? Tasting.
Dirt.
I smell chocolate on this one.
Yeah, okay.
This is like a milk chocolate.
Yeah, like a very bitter, like a milk chocolate. I would say like a very bitter dark chocolate.
Really?
Yeah. Like an unsweetened chocolate.
It does taste like cocoa. Yeah, it tastes like unsweetened cocoa.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like that better than the Sumatra.
Yeah, y'all, I don't know if I could fuck with Sumatra. I'm sorry. I thought that was going to be awesome, but maybe I've messed up the roast or something.
Well, you didn't go too dark. So.
And I think it only gets more bitter, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm curious now, the little blend. Okay. That like mellowed it out. I see what they're doing there.
I'm still getting like the berry from the Ethiopian.
Yeah.
Like very fruity. The Ethiopian, I think I like that a lot.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
100%. So
I wish we would have kept a little bit of that to mix with this Brazilian.
I know. That's what I was like, oh, dang it. I drank too much of it. That was because I didn't have caffeine before, and I'm sorry about that.
It was also, we didn't, for
Brew
whatever
enough
reason,
of
we
it.
didn't brew that much of it.
All right, y'all.
I didn't think it was going to be our favorite one, to be honest. I thought it was going to be too light.
Oh, really?
But, yeah.
Interesting. Well, we could always do a little darker on here. So nonetheless, I think
Next time, let's combine this Brazilian with the
Ethiopian.
Ethiopian. Let's see what that's like.
I'm curious, y'all. What kind of coffee do you?
Yeah.
Like, do you know your origin of coffee? Do you know what bean you like?
Anybody have some favorites out there that they'd recommend?
Yeah, recommend.
Anybody brew their or roast their own coffee out there?
Hit us up.
Yeah.
We're interested. So
we're looking for tips and tricks.
Yeah, I think our idea is to bring this as cold brew.
Yes.
To our shows as merch.
Yeah.
And little beans. And I think that would be so fucking rockin'. We both don't drink alcohol anymore. So we just drink gallons of coffee.
You got to get a zip somewhere. So.
Yeah, you got to replace the addiction with another addiction, I guess, right?
Yeah, right.
And we chose caffeine.
Yeah.
And sugar sometimes, but we're trying to 86 the sugar.
And still weed, but.
And I got to have a vice. Give me a vice.
Yeah.
That's fine. These are the least tumultuous to my fucking life.
Yeah.
We're
weed lifers. I mean,
weed lifers, caffeine lifers. You've never taken a break from caffeine, or you have? Have you?
No, I've taken breaks from caffeine, like, for sure. I mean, I wasn't a big coffee drinker, like, at all until probably, like, my mid-20s.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, but then you started drinking a ton of coffee.
Well,
you never stopped, or
I started drinking. Okay, so like in like senior year of high school, I would say is like when I started drinking coffee, and we would go to this place called the Power Surge. It does not exist anymore in my hometown, San Marcos, California, and my band would play shows there. It was like our hangout spot.
Is it a coffee shop?
It was a coffee shop.
Aha.
Yeah. And, it was like the kind of place you go, you get a cup of coffee, and then it's like $1 for refills. And we would just get and we would sit there drinking coffee till like 10 o'clock at night and smoking clove cigarettes. That was our. That was our
Oh my God.
That was our jam.
Clove cigarettes. Oh my God.
And black coffee. And we would.
That needs to be a song lyric, 100%.
Yeah. Till like 10 or 11 at night. I think they closed like kind of late for a coffee shop.
That's so funny.
Because they also had bands play, and it was just like kind of a chill spot. And then, of course, a Starbucks opened up like right across the street, and they went out of business. So.
Aww.
That
sucks. The coffee shop that we used to hang out at in high school was called Sun Cafe in downtown Melbourne, Florida. Yeah? Yes. Nice. And all of like the beatnik, like cool kids would be outside smoking cigarettes and striped shirts and like skinny jeans. And there would be like a guy playing guitar sometimes, but it wasn't like a concert or anything. It was just like, oh, there's a guy playing guitar.
Yeah, like this was a very Power Surge was a very small place. Like they didn't have a stage or anything. They had this one little room that they would let the bands like set up in, and they didn't have full bands that often. Like it was mostly, it was a coffee shop, so it was mostly like acoustic guitar and things like that, and like very chill vibe. But like we were such regulars there, we convinced them to let our band, full band, like rock band, and we like did Smashing Pumpkins covers and things like that. Like we did mostly original stuff. I mean, but I never did like a cover band type thing. Well, that's not true, but it didn't last long when I did.
That's super fun though. You know what? I miss coffee shops. I wonder, we played a stripped down set at a coffee shop in Hollywood, I think, one time. Do you remember that? I think it was called Crave. Huh. Well,
who did we do that with?
It was just We Are Makers. It was just us.
Oh, I don't remember that. Is this the two of us?
Yeah. Cade was there. Cade invited us.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That was in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, we just did like 2 songs, I think,
North
right?
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was more of like an open mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did like 2 or 3 songs, but we were like, that was so fun. Coffee shop vibes are dope.
Yeah.
It's definitely like way different than like bar setting or, well, I guess because you're hyped the fuck up.
Right.
You're just
it's
super alert all the time.
Yeah.
Want to talk.
I remember that now. I remember that we had to wait a really long time to play because it was like an open mic situation. So it's like you get there and you sign up, but like we got there probably a little too late to be early on the list. So like we had to wait like 2 or 3 hours before we played.
Oh my God.
And we sat there for like ever. And eventually like I went up to the guy and was like, hey man, like we got to go. It's been hours since we put our name on the list. Like, what is the deal?
It's like,
what is the deal?
Coffee shop rules.
Yeah. And then he like put us on and we played and it was fun. But we were so like hyped up and like it had been built up. But by the time we got up there, we're just like, hey, everybody.
Playing double time. Yeah, I could see that. So that's our goal. We want to bring the caffeine to the people so you could get hyped up when you see us and continue that energetic circle, if you will. So I think that's really exciting. Yeah. We're going to make some cool packaging.
All right, we're gonna try a blend of all 3.
Okay. Yum. Dirt. What does it taste like? Better?
Better. I think these 2 together are gonna be really good. We should try doing.
Yeah.
Just that.
Yum.
Actually.
Yum. So something cool about these Ethiopian beans that I found out is that they are coming from, out of all of these, the highest altitude. So they were grown at like 4,500 feet. Mm. And I think that's why they taste the way they do. Also, they dry these in Ethiopia. Their process is different. They do, they let the cherries of the coffee dry to the bean before they wet hull it off. Mm. That's why it tastes so berry like floral. Berry-ish and instead floral, of this, they do a different process. I don't really know. But I was just so intrigued by the Ethiopian coffee.
Yeah.
Super excited. So, yay. That's going to be in our blend, y'all. Get ready.
Have you ever done this like at all? Like compared different coffees from like, I don't know if I've ever done a side-by-side like taste test like this with coffee.
When I was bartending, I had to take wine classes. Mm. And a sommelier would come and pour us wine like this and would make us, try and find notes and stuff. Mm-hmm. And that was really eye-opening. So I was like, what else can I do this with? And I started doing it with coffee. There was a Starbucks in Nashville on the west side by us that had this clover system. It was the most bougie fucking thing I've ever seen. It was a giant system. They pour a specific grind in the top. So they had specific single origin beans.
When you say the clover system, it's a machine?
It's a machine, yeah. They would grind a specific bean that you wanted. They had like a little menu. You choose it. They grind it. They put it on this top thing. Does this weird kind of cool thing. It was definitely for like visuals.
Okay.
It would like push the grounds up, then pull it down, then push them back up. Mm.
As it's grinding them?
Yeah. Okay. It was like a whole show. So you get a cup of coffee that's now like $6. So they're like, it's single origin though. Mm. And then I would taste it and be like, oh, this tastes like this. This tastes like this. So I just started treating myself to doing that and watching this process.
I'm imagining that this machine is all just for show and like it's all doing all these fun like things that look really cool, but like inside it's just like dispensing like a regular Starbucks.
That's so funny. Yeah, it's like lined to like a keg of stuff that's already brewed.
It's all bullshit.
That's funny. Yeah, like, maybe.
A funny thing that we did. I don't know. Sorry. Hold on. Segue. Your dad made a joke last time about that, like 23andMe thing.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Yeah, we were talking, we were going to make this into a skit or something, but like, those 23andMe or what's another
Ancestry.
one? Ancestry.com. And you spit into a little thing, you send it in, then they check your DNA and tell you like where your family heritage is from and everything. But so we're going to make a skit with your dad, like getting the little vial of spit, and he just goes, okay,
like,
writes down the name, spins a wheel, goes, all right.
It almost always lands on Irish.
Yeah, right.
No matter what.
Irish is like this big on the wheel.
large portion. And my dad's like, there's pizza boxes. He's chain smoking. Just takes the vial and throws it, spins the wheel.
Just checks their last name.
Yeah.
Maker. That sounds like it's probably Irish.
I can figure that out.
British or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this is it. So it was really funny, and I can't wait to make that. He's coming in May, and we're going to fucking do it. So
yeah,
stay tuned for that.
It's a half-baked idea.
Half-baked idea, but it's going to be funny.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm really feeling the caffeine now.
Yeah.
I do feel buzzed up. I'm like, so something weird. I have taken a break from caffeine. And when I do, I'm like, wow, yeah, maybe I have a little bit less anxiety. Maybe I'm like a little more chill. But when I do drink coffee and do ingest caffeine, the world becomes brighter to me. I feel like I could get a lot more done and do and have this energy that I once would not have. And yes, I think that's altering my experience, sure. But I don't want to live without it. Is the real point. So
it's like living in a world without coffees, like Pleasantville. It's like you're living in a world that's black and white.
Yeah.
And you have a little sip of coffee, and all of a sudden, ooh, there's a little color.
It's kind of awesome. I'm pumped on it.
I love that movie, Pleasantville.
You do. That's the one that goes from black and white to color, right?
Yeah, I mean, especially, just how much I love movies and like TV in general. Like I identified with Tobey Maguire's character.
That's who it was. I was like,
yeah,
someone.
Tobey Maguire pre-Spider-Man, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was.
And I think it's like in between Spider-Man and after Cider House Rules, he did Pleasantville. So he was popping.
He was really at the top of his game.
Yeah. And yeah, it's about a guy who like definitely obsessed with like old TV and stuff. And I grew up watching like I Love Lucy and Mary Tyler Moore and all that stuff. The Honeymooners, like old TV. And for whatever reason, like a magic remote control, like this guy gives him, like sucks him into his favorite show called Pleasantville.
Yeah.
And then it like just becomes this like kind of cool metaphor for like society awakening and racism and everything and bigotry and just like and people and a sexual awakening and things like that. Like
it's kind of like a Footloose story a little bit too. At least that's what it kind of reminds me of like a town that's very locked down and they're not really allowed to see color or dance or whatever.
The little town that doesn't allow you to dance.
Yeah.
What a funny fucking concept. Like,
can you imagine? But
Footloose.
I mean, okay. Speaking of Footloose, this is going to be a weird tangent.
Can you tell we're caffeinated yet?
We're super. Okay. So I just got a book on Italian witchcraft, which is really exciting because I'm Italian and I'm a witch. So I learned that Italian witchcraft is called the ways of the strega, like Strega Nona. And if you know who that is, awesome. If not, look it up. You'll love her. Okay. So what they were saying they do for like a ritual. Wait, what was this? Shit, the
I don't
segue.
know. This is your thing.
I lost the segue.
You were talking about Footloose, and then you went on to...
Okay. So, in Southern Europe, they were very elemental in spirituality or whatever. And they relied on the fairies of the forest. So, the fairy realm, the elven realm, and the gnome realm.
The fae.
The fae. So they thought they could talk to the spirits of the forest and things like that. Then, boom, this whole societal shift of being scared of their own ideas, which is kind of like a footloose thing, starts to lock you down.
Yeah, no, I see the connection. I'm just like, that's kind of like the story of like every pagan religion, right? Like pre-Catholicism. Catholicism kind of did it in an interesting way where they absorbed a lot of the pagan traditions around, you know. It's a very like, you can still kind of do your pagan traditions, but we're going to call them Catholic now, and we're going to say that God that you had is a saint actually, or you know, an angel or something like that. But you can't call it a God anymore because there's only one. But there's really three. But the three is really just
of
one.
Buts in Catholicism,
you know, but
there's ways to repent. But you got to give us the money. But you'll be saved in the afterlife, so it's fine. So
I love the movie Dogma and
so good.
The what's his name? George Carlin's
it's so good.
I forget what his name is, what the character's name is, but he's like as a priest starting the new Catholicism movement, which is Catholicism. Wow. Something with their new icon, Buddy Christ.
Yeah, solid.
Well, Jesus going.
So
he's like, look at him. Doesn't he just pop? So good.
And that's religion for you, folks. I am a proponent of going back even further before these religions, because it's obviously a mind control situation. To keep the people down. And I think people should have their own power in beliefs.
Yeah. I think religion typically comes from like an intention of good direction, but then gets corrupted and becomes
by power.
Becomes a system of control. Yeah.
See,
same with government and stuff, you know. It has good intention. There's a good reason behind it, but then like then humans get involved. Particular individuals get involved, and turn it into a system of control.
What is that quote that you say about power? Absolute power.
Oh, I mean, it's an old quote.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah,
something like
that.
Yeah. So and this is something I've been trying to understand is when you do enter a place of power where you're holding a lot of weight for a mass of people, does that like send you into a delusion that you are now like above the people, or you are a god amongst the people? Or because why does that always happen? It seems like as soon as people ascend to be seen in a higher up and people place their faith or energy with them, that it all of a sudden corrupts.
I think
like a guru or a president.
Right. Yeah, like this happens in like cults and guru culture and things
even
like
in
that.
Politics though,
and
too.
In politics, I think there is this, again, like kind of begins with a good intention, but then the ego kind of takes over, and either the guru or the leader or whatever realizes how much control and power they have, or they and wants to manipulate people and use it to their advantage, or they get actually convinced that God or a higher power is working through them, and that they deserve all these things. Like, what was that? Bikram? Or no, Osho.
Right. I saw this incredible little...
Yeah, what was that interview? What did he say?
It was a clip of someone interviewing Osho, okay? And they said, Osho, why do you have 80 Rolls Royce? And Osho sat there and looked at him.
I do not have 80.
And said, I don't have 80. I have 90. And the guy's like, okay, why do you have 90 Rolls Royce? And Osho says, well, I don't want them. my people, my followers want them. They want me to have 365 of them. Okay. Why? If you are promoting, like peace and no waste and all these things. Well, because that's just what they want. That's just what they want.
I have to give the people what they want.
I have to give the people what they want. And so the guy is puzzled and going, what? He goes, why don't you just tell them that to not want that? And that was it. And I was just like, holy shit. Are you kidding me?
You're already telling them not to want sex, not to want this, not to want that. Like, is he the one that like kind of like forbids sex for a while? I forget if that.
I think that was him.
Was that Osho or was that?
Just he was just trying to see where he could control.
Yeah.
He would take certain things away and make them all dress the same or perform this ritual together. Blah, blah, blah. Guru culture. Am I right? Am I right? Oh, man. Yeah, so don't place your trust in... don't blindly trust people. I think this is something that is really apparent right now. You got to ask questions. If you can't question your authority or question your guru or question your politician or question whatever and their beliefs and things like that, you're fucked because you're just going to be following in that regard.
Or
same with religion.
If you do question and their answer is you just have to have faith, then there's a problem with that.
Red flag.
Then they're not giving an answer. I mean, like,
it's called avoiding. Yeah. And unfortunately, it's so easy to get swept up into something like that, into manipulation or anything like that.
Well, I think it comes from like everybody has this kind of fear of being alone in a way.
Yeah, they want to be a part of something or they're searching for something.
It's our tribal nature of like trying to be connected to other people and trying to be connected to like this feeling that we have that there is something beyond us, and being connected to that. And I think that that's good, but I think that can be a good thing for some people. But having whatever you're searching for controlled by another person is going to lead you down a path that's not yours. You got to find your own path.
Truth.
But I guess we got to wrap it up. That went by really quick.
It's probably because we chugged a bunch of coffee. So
we're going to go blend these two together.
Super excited about
and enjoy some more coffee.
Holla.
And we'll let you know how it goes.
We thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you. And we will see you next week with a new batch, a new blend, and a new conversation.
Ask us some questions. Maybe that'd be great.
That would be awesome. Ask us some questions.
Subscribe, share, comment, and we love you.